That's not visible, it's behind the block, but they all have a garden. How about the houseboats? Houseboats or floating apartments, we call them. What was the question? Do they have to? Yeah, of course. We're in the Netherlands. Everybody pays taxes. We invented taxes. Houseboats actually were introduced after the war, after World War II. During the Second World War, we were occupied by Nazi Germany from 1940 up until 1945. And although the city of Amsterdam was never ever bombed, except for the northern part of the city, because that's where we had an aircraft factory, so that one was bombed. But the city centre itself was never bombed, not by the Nazis, not by the Allies. We were still in ruins. From Amsterdam, in total, 100,000 people were deported during World War II by the Nazis. And the houses that these families used to live in, they were looted to the ground, which wasn't done by the Nazis, that was done by the people that lived in Amsterdam. During World War II, 1944, in Europe we had a very, very severe winter. So the people that lived in the city, they started to cut down trees, and they used the wood to heat their houses and to cook food. But when all the trees were gone in and around Amsterdam, then they went to the houses of those who were deported, and they took out everything that could burn, including the wooden support beams. So when the war ended and people started returning to the city, they couldn't go back to their old apartments as some smart ones. They bought an old boat, and these boats used to be domestic freighters. And the skippers who owned them, they took them out of service because they were too small, and they sold them for all the iron. So in the beginning, those boats, they didn't cost a thing. So they taught them to Amsterdam, they just docked them somewhere in one of the canals, and they started living on those. In the beginning, only connected to water, fresh water. Nowadays they're connected to all kinds of facilities, also to the sewer system, to gas, electricity. That means the boats cannot be moved. They have to stay where they are. Most of them can't even move. They took the motors out in order to create extra living room. And we have currently in Amsterdam 2,500 of these so-called floating apartments. That's also it. Our municipality does not tolerate any new ones. Although they are connected to the sewer system, they still are the worst water polluters we have. So 2,500 is max. I'll return to the boats in a moment. Coming up to the right, there's a dome-shaped building coming up. Have a look at the top. There's a swan, symbol of a swan at the top. It's a church, or it used to be a church. In the Netherlands, we give churches symbols, so we can determine which religion. When a building has a swan on top, like this one, it's Lutheran. When it has a rooster, it's Protestant. When it has the Holy Cross, it's Catholic. The Holy Cross with the circle through it, Roman Catholic. The difference between a Catholic and a Roman Catholic church is the language of the service. Roman Catholic is done in Latin. When it has half a moon, it's a mosque, David Star, synagogue or temple. That's how you can tell the churches or temples from one another. That's only in this country, ladies and gentlemen. Later on you go to Germany, all churches have roosters there. They use them as wedding events. Only our Protestant ones. Alright, on the left is a building coming up which has on top a blue-colored angel with golden-colored wings standing on a blue-colored globe. walk. There she is. With a pigeon on top. That is dating from the days that people could not read. So companies, in order to show that they were producing something or were offering something, they were making use of symbols.